Guys, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about some orchids that just need to go. When we first start our collection, we pretty much grab everything, right? Rescues, good orchids, bad orchids, this orchid, that orchid, and then you start growing more orchids and your collection starts growing. Well, I'm close to 300 orchids now, primarily here in the living room. It is about to be Christmas. And I have to figure out where some orchids are going to go because where that table is, right there, that iron table, that's where the tree sits. So I got to figure out where that's going to go, all the surrounding orchids, etc. Now, I don't have a lot of orchids that need to go. I did a very thorough search and I was like, okay, that one, that one, that one. And these are what I came with. What I'm going to do is I am going to put most of the media that's in these pots in here and reuse it, because most of these orchids have not been in these pots very long. I do not have anything to put the orchids in once I take them out, so they'll probably just go back into their little tubs. But the first we're going to talk about is one that I did get as an ICPU, or a intensive care plant rescue for the unit, from Ken. And this is one from September. This is the Phalaenopsis green pixie. I was really, really hoping that she would make it. And when she started senescing this leaf and this small bottom leaf, I wasn't real concerned. They were the bottom. But then, as you can see, this one here is starting to lighten and there's just nothing happening with her. She's not growing roots. She's kind of going downhill. So we are going to go ahead and let her go. And just kind of, we'll give her a little once over just to kind of see what she's got in the pot, if anything. And I am going to try to salvage, like I said, some of the media. If it's stuck to a root, I'm going to leave it because I don't want dead roots in the media. But this is kind of where we're at with her. And as you can see, she has no new roots coming, nothing going on. And I don't think it's crown rot because these are fairly firm, but let's just take her apart and see what's going on and see if we can kind of diagnose what happened. I do see a little bit of the beginnings of rot right here, but it's still nice and firm. Either way, we'll have to find her somewhere else. Let me move that off to the side, put that there. And then this one here, this is the Tumia J-Rack Firm Super Brown, right here. I've had this one since 2021. She was on a mount for a while. She was doing well in another pot, and then I was like, well, maybe that pot's too big, so I put her in a smaller pot with heavy moss and bark mixture at the bottom because she did have a couple of new roots growing. She's been in here since June. She's not doing anything. As you can see, she's browning, she's losing leaves. So let's just see what's in or not in the pot. Well, you know what? We'll just leave that there. But this is what we have right here. Dead roots. The one little fan here that she had started with totally dried out. We've got dead leaves, dead fans. Bye-bye. The other J-Rack that I have, Tumia, the spotty, super spotty, I think it's spotty I got from Yoshi over at Orchids by the Lake, has a beautiful spike on it. Beautiful spike on it. Let's move that over there. And then this one here is back bulb from my RTH Lois McNeil. When I repotted her, it came off, and I was like, you know, maybe we'll get something from it. Don't always get anything from a back bulb, but one can try. And what I did is I did do the kind of moss by the base to encourage some roots. Well, she did have an eye coming. Make sure I don't leave any dead root in there. Nope. Okay. So she did have roots when I put it in, and she did have this eye right here that I thought might develop, but it didn't. And you know what? I have the nice, beautiful specimen. I'm not going to. The plan was I was going to propagate this, grow it on, and then give it to one of you guys. I don't want to waste you guys' time or mine. So that one is gone. This one I'm the most upset about. I'm not even going to lie. So this is my DTPS Lucky Sun. I had since 2021. I will post some pictures of her beautiful blooms. She's the one with the beautiful pink blooms. Oh, just lush. She double spiked on her last bloom, and she was growing a new leaf. And then I screwed it up. I did this. This was not the plant. This was all Trish. What happened was, let me move her leaves out of the way. I got water in her crown without realizing it. I was in a hurry and I just started watering. Didn't allow the orchid that sits on, that was sitting above her in a basket to completely drain before I put it back in the basket. And I saw the water drop into her crown. I put a paper towel in there. I put cinnamon in there. I tried to save her. Well, I didn't. So I will be on the lookout for her. She is at Lowe's, Home Depot, the grocery store. Not all the time. I have to wait till the spring. But once I see her again, she will be replaced. She will be replaced, definitely. And then this one is a no ID. I have no idea where I got her, how long I've had her, but she's lost this leaf. She's lost this leaf. She does have some root growth coming and this lovely new leaf here, but I'm not willing to spend the time because I don't remember who she is. So if I don't remember who she is, she's not that special to me, I don't believe. So I am just going to let her go, even though she does have those active roots, as well as a beautiful active leaf. And I just kind of want to peel away everything and see why she is not progressing. I don't see anything obvious. If anyone else does, let me know. And I have checked these guys for bugs. I don't see any bugs in any of these. And then we have another ICPU orchid. This is one that we got back in May, that had another Keiki right here, where you see that dry leaf. There was a Keiki there. They were connected. And this one has literally done nothing in 6 months. And I don't think she's going to, because she just continually just dries out more and more. Even after I water her, this doesn't perk up. So I don't think her roots are doing anything actively. So let's just take her out. Can't win them all. I wish I could, but I can't. But as you can see, she's got a fairly long stem here. And there's no rot, nothing going on. It's just these roots are just not healthy and she's not willing to put out any new roots. So we're going to go ahead and let her go. Now this last one here, I'm not going to put this media in here because I don't know what's wrong with her. These two leaves are wet. I took her down and she had water all here, and I don't understand why, because she sits on the top shelf. I only water these probably every 2 weeks, and I always water from the edge. But the water was sitting right here, and as you can see, she's got rot. And this one I've had since 2020. This is my Spots orchid, beautiful blooms. So not sure why she got water in her or how that happened. So I don't know if maybe she's virused, and therefore that is why she did that. Now she does have a beautiful, and these roots are coming out nice and evenly good. Nothing's being left in the pot, just in case, because I'm going to go through this pot of media and just make sure there aren't any critters in here before I pour it in there. Because as you can see, this, look, you can even see the water, and I have read that might be thrips can be causing that. So I took a magnifying glass and I didn't see anything. And I did the whole, hit it on a paper towel. I didn't see anything. So I'm not sure, but if anybody knows how it would just all of a sudden get wet like that, I'm pretty sure it's some type of a critter that is causing that. And let's see. Wonder maybe if it's mealybugs, but I don't see mealybugs anywhere else. Let's see. I don't see anything, but this is what we have, guys. So anybody can give me any clue as to what might be going on, what might have taken this bad girl down, because I've had her for over 3 years. So this, and it was just all of a sudden. Like, I came home and these leaves were droopy. They were still green and droopy. And I was like, oh, I'll water her tomorrow. And then the next day, literally it was this. So not sure what's going on with her. And then last but not least is the Dendrobium Green Flash. Again, another ICPU. It had started growing roots on this growth here. So that's when I put it on this mount. I kept the moss in here damp. It was never wet, damp. Let it almost dry out before I, dampened it again. She did have a new growth starting right here. I don't know if you can see that little brown speck right here. But she decided she did not want to stay in the ICPU or in my collection. So I will unwrap her after I've washed my hands, just in case, because I do want to reuse that media as well. My bigger concern is, of course, with spotty or spots. If you can tell me why this happened after 3 years of a perfectly healthy orchid. I lied, we have one more. So this one here is the one from Lowe's, or it could be the grocery store, who knows. It's a no ID. That was doing fine, and few videos ago, I think it was in a Saturday strolling video, I had mentioned that Ghost, my daughter's new puppy, and I say puppy because he's huge, drooled right down in the middle of him, and the top 2 leaves fell off rather quickly, but the 2 bottoms are fine. It does have roots, but you know what? I'm not attached to this one, and it's taking up real estate that could be used by someone else. So we are going to let this one go as well. Again, I want to wash my hands first before I put the media in there. You guys have a beautiful day. Let me know how many orchids you're having to let go out of your collection right now. And do you go through yours once a year, every 3 months? Throw them away as you come across them, because a lot of times I'll see them and I'm like, oh, I should really go ahead and toss you. But you know what? I'm gonna give you a couple more weeks. Couple more weeks. That's kind of where the ones that I've thrown out have been, outside of spots. And now I'm just not willing to invest in them because they do take up a little more time. You do have to be a little more conscious of watering and where you put them, and the whole 9. And now that I've gotten a larger collection, I forget which ones are rescues sometimes. Now, all of the ones from Ken that sends me, I do have stickers on them. I am conscious of where those are, but I'm talking about my older girls that I've had for a while. Like this one here, I'm sure was a rescue. This one that has the roots and the pretty leaf growing, I'm sure it was a rescue at some point, and I bought it because I wanted to add to my collection. I wanted more orchids. I don't even know what it is. I'm not attached to it, so we will let it go. Anywho, so leave that in the comments below, how often you go through your collection and take out those that you're just not willing to spend time on anymore. And we'll see you guys next time.